Board of Trustees. My name is Gabrielle Tillman, and we will be talking about the different recruitment strategies for new and private investigators. We will be talking about different recruitment strategies, the interviewing process and questions that I've come up with, and also job requirements and conclusions. Due to multiple unsuccessful hires and a limited candidate pool, our private investigation firm must revamp its recruitment and interviewing strategy. The goal is to attract, select, and retain highly qualified and ethical professionals who meet the most rigorous demands of investigative work. Our recruitment strategy will utilize a multifaceted approach that combines targeted advertising, industry networking, and a proactive talent scouting. Recruitment strategies. In the beginning, we will do industry-specific job boards. We will be posting on sites like the National Association of Legal Investigators, ACES International, and private investigator forums. We will also connect with law enforcement and military transition programs. We will be engaging with former law enforcement officers and military personnel with relevant experience. We will also do referral programs, which will encourage employees to refer qualified candidates with a referral incentive program. We will also do partnerships with criminal justice programs, which will lead to collaborating with universities and training academics to source entry-level talent. We will also do career fairs and networking events, which like attending law enforcement expos, security trade shows, and job fairs. This strategy works because it targets outreach by focusing on candidates with relevant skills and backgrounds. It shows a diversified candidate pool, which expands recruitment beyond traditional job boards, and it is a proactive talent acquisition, which moves beyond passive job postings and to actively seek top talent. Our interviewing processes and questions. To ensure we hire qualified, ethical, and skilled investigators, our interview process will be structured, legally compliant, and tailored to job demands. We will do our research, we will keep brainstorming, and we will make the best selection possible. My list of questions. Number 1, can you describe your experience with surveillance and evidence collection? This assesses hands-on investigative skills and technical expertise. 2, how do you ensure compliance with legal and ethical standards and investigations? This evaluates knowledge of legal constraints and ethical considerations as well. 3, describe a time when you had to remain discreet in a sensitive situation. How did you handle it? This tests discretion and professionalism in high-stakes scenarios. 4, what steps do you take to verify the credibility of information during an investigation? This examines analytical and fact-checking skills. 5, tell me about the time you had to deal with an uncooperative witness or subject, and how did you manage the situation? This evaluates conflict resolution and communication skills. 6, what surveillance tools and techniques are you proficient in using? This assesses technical competence and investigative tools as well. 7, describe a case where you had to work under tight deadlines. How did you manage your time effectively? This tests times management and the ability to work under pressure. How did you document your investigative findings? This ensures strong report writing and organizational skills. Question number 9 is, what would you do if you uncovered evidence of an illegal activity by a client? This gauges ethical judgment and adherence to legal requirements. And question number 10 is, why do you want to work for our firm, and what makes you a strong candidate? This measures cultural fit, motivation, and enthusiasm for the job. Our issue is that due to multiple unsuccessful hires and a limited candidate pool, our private investigation firm must revamp its recruitment and interviewing strategy. Our solution is that the new and improved way of recruiting and hiring will weed out unsuccessful hires and give a lot more room for more qualified candidates. The role of a private investigator is responsible for conducting investigations, gathering intelligence, and analyzing evidence to assist clients in legal, corporative, or personal matters. The role requires strong analytical skills, discretion, and adherence to legal and ethical standards. Key responsibilities are conduct surveillance operations to gather evidence and document activities. You must perform background checks, assess asset searches, and locate individuals as required. You must interview witnesses, collect statements, and analyze case details. You must also research public records, databases, and other sources for investigative purposes. Required qualifications are prior experience in law enforcement, military intelligence, or private investigations. You must also have a strong knowledge of surveillance techniques, legal procedures, and investigative methods. You must have the ability to work independently and handle confidential information with discretion. You must have excellent written and verbal communication skills for report writing and testimonies. You must also have proficiency with digital research tools and investigative technology. You must also, at the very least, have strong problem solving and critical thinking abilities. Preferred qualifications are certifications or license as a private investigator, which varies by state, training in criminal justice, forensic science, or security operations fields, and you must have experience with fraud investigations, cybercrime, or cooperative investigations. By implementing this recruitment and interview strategy, our firm will improve candidate selection, ensure better hiring outcomes, and build a team of skilled private investigators committed to professionalism and ethical conduct. This structured approach will significantly reduce turnover and enhance overall investigative effectiveness. Step 1, we will launch recruitment campaigns all across our selected channels. Step 2, we will establish partnerships with law enforcement and academic institutions. Step 3, we will conduct structured and legally compliant interviews for all candidates. Step 4, we will implement an evaluation system to assess the success of new hires. In our 5th and final step, we will keep creative minds and outside of the box thinkers. And this is my website page.